As I said, once I get some more welding wire in, I'm gonna go on to the next step. We'll see if I can remember how to thread this thing. Hey, it's got instructions. Last time I was using Hobart welding wire. This time I'm using Blue Demon. It was a little bit cheaper than the Hobart wire and still had good reviews. Oh, hey, sticker. Not a sponsor or anything, I just like stickers. This is 0.03, 2 pounds. Okay. And I think it feeds under. Oh yeah, that's right. I remember fighting with the last roll at Punch World a lot. It was really annoying. I think I lost a couple feet. Fighting with it. All I have to do is plug it in, turn it on, and pull the trigger. Wait. Make sure I snug down the wheel first. And there she blows. Ah, sun's right in my eyes. First thing I think I'm going to do is make the latch for the door. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a section out of this, and it's going to be a slide latch rather than a rotate latch, because the curved surface makes a rotate latch kind of hard to do where I want to put the latch. So I'm going to cut off a section of this, and the curve will match nicely, and I can cut off the bits that'll house the latch. The idea is that the latch will slide like that. So I've got to cut off 2 pieces, well 4 pieces, this latch will ride in, and a piece that'll be the latch. Only one side of one piece actually needs to be flat, and that's for the latch to slide on. There's one set. It'll look a little something like that. That should work. Swap out for a flap wheel, clean them off so I can weld them. You'll note I only sanded the outside, not the inside, and that's because of this glass layer's really hard on abrasives. I don't feel like wasting my flap discs on glass. That should do it. This is quite a bit wider than I think the latch needs to be. it's a little cattywampus, so I don't know if I should. I'm trying to trim it down again. That looks a lot better. Now I'm going to clean this all off with the flap disc. Yeah, it'll slide, but just barely, so as this oxidizes, and if I paint it, which I'm planning on, this won't be able to slide at all. But by putting small bit of steel in there, slides freely. You know what? I think I need a spacer as wide as this piece. I thought I'd get away with just having it kind of cant out, but then it cants out too much. Just that tiniest bit of splatter kept it from working correctly. I'm gonna burn it there. I'm gonna burn through the sheet metal into the plate. And the reason for that is to tie it up at the top. Also need to tie it down at the bottom and at the top again. Right. For some reason, that section's canting in, whereas this section's canting a little out. Nonetheless, I think it'll work. So that brings us to the next step, which is something on here that I can use to open and close this. So, extra line of center there. I want the handle towards the back, so I think I will put it there. And I'm hoping I can weld on a nut and it won't be in the way, and it looks like there's enough wiggle room for it to sit in there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to drill a hole for the screw, put the screw through the hole, use another nut on the inside, and what that allows me to do is have all the threads covered, so when I weld it, I don't get weld splatter on the threads. Here's a cheap drill bit anyway. Hyper tough my eye. Wow, higher quality drill bit just went right through that. I'm going to weld in line with the slide, nothing on either side so it doesn't interfere with the tracks. Well, I'm not really sure what went wrong. I've actually done this before, and one time I had this problem was when I was using smaller screws. Okay, on to plan B. Countersink the underside and use a screw to screw into what the handle's going to be. Oh, that's about 1 inch. What to use for it? How about an old croquet mallet handle? Okay, got a hole drilled. I'm going to turn between centaurs, specifically dead centers. And the reason for that is so I don't have all the little marks on there. Well, dead center and a live center. I'm going to have to take so much off of this that I'm not too worried about getting it perfectly centered on the piece. So there's the more or less finished handle. Okay, that's probably it for this video. I wanted to get a whole lot more done today, but time just got away from me and the sun's setting, so the light's not great. Hopefully next weekend I'll be able to put in the air inlet, which will be underneath the door, and it'll be built in the same manner as this, since this works so well. So until then, thanks for watching. If you like this stuff, give it a thumbs up. A thumbs up. Can't give 2 thumbs ups. And stay tuned for the next steps.